morning, I'm Mayor Tommy Roberts. Welcome back to the Mayor's Table. In the next 3 segments of the Mayor's Table, we're going to be hearing from the candidates for public office in the city of Farmington. In this segment, you're going to be hearing from mayoral candidates Nate Duckett and Roland Berkey. Each of them will have 5 minutes to tell you about themselves and about their vision for Farmington. We'll begin with Mr. Duckett and then we'll follow with Mr. Berkey.
Hi, I'm Nate Duckett, and I'm a candidate for mayor of Farmington. As a local business owner and as a current city councilor, it has been my honor to serve this community over the last 4 years. Leadership is going to be critical to the city and to our region as we move forward over these next 4 years. There's a lot of challenges and opportunities that we have to be ready to face. We're going to need a mayor who has vision, integrity, and will be dedicated to working on your behalf to make sure that your interests are at the forefront of our decisions. We also need a mayor who understands that low taxes and low utility rates are something that we need to keep fighting for. Also looking at the amenities that surround us, all the beautiful cliffs, all the beautiful trails, the rivers, the lakes. These are things that we should be marketing beyond Farmington, beyond San Juan County, to bring people here, not just to grow our own quality of life, but to grow tourism and economic diversification. These are things that are important to me, and if they're important to you, I ask for your support and your vote. There's a lot more to know about me, so please go to my Facebook page at Nate Duckett for Mayor of Farmington. Check it out. There's a lot of things posted on there, and if you need a sign, just post on there and we'll bring one to your house. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to meeting you and for being your next mayor.
My name is Roland William Berkey. My friends call me Bill. I am requesting that you vote for me to be the mayor of Farmington, New Mexico on March 6, 2018. I was employed by Arizona Public Service Company for 38 years, most of it at the Four Corners Power Plant. I came to the plant as a journeyman electrician, but was quickly promoted to foreman, supervising many crafts. After 8 years as a foreman, I became a department supervisor. For much of my department head time, my subordinates included 5 supervisors, 15 foremen, and more than 100 employees represented by a union. I believe that my strong points are working with people, gaining cooperation, and reaching a compromise in which no one feels like a loser. I have never been a candidate for public office. I have been race director of the Shiprock Marathon, a volunteer in school, a United Way loaned executive, a Boy Scout leader, involved in the San Juan County Government Oversight Group, a Sunday school teacher, and very involved with the First Tee program for many years. I am able to do many things. I built the home that I live in. A plumber installed the gas line and made the connection to the city sewer. 4 people helped pour concrete and someone installed the carpet. I drove every nail, laid every brick, made every electrical connection, and made every plumbing connection. I am a devout Christian. During the past 15 years, I have spent thousands of hours and driven in excess of 150,000 miles delivering food to less fortunate people and fulfilling church callings. I am without prejudice. I claim the privilege of worshiping Almighty God according to the dictates of my own conscience and allow all the same privilege. Let them worship how, where, or what they may. In Mark 12:29, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like unto it, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. I have decided to be a candidate for mayor of Farmington to make the city that I love a better place for the citizens that I love. I failed the test to do electrical work in a rental that I owned. Questioned like, what is the minimum clearance for a power line over a road should not be on a test to do house wiring. After a waiting period, which I memorized parts of the code book, I did pass the test. More recently, I bought a house that was in very poor condition. It was intended to be and is now a home for a grandson. A building inspector required that I get a contractor to install an oval to a round transition on a wall heater. The contractor charged $703.06 for a $15 part and 30 minutes work. I suspect collusion between the building inspection department and contractors. I am acquainted with several current and retired police officers. I have the highest respect for them. I hope that some of them call me friend. I have had 2 experiences in which an off-duty officer went out of his way to help me or my family. Another officer spent hours helping a daughter get a driver's license. I met another officer when he was involved with a homeless person who was living with us. He said he always wanted to be a police officer so he could help people. I was extremely impressed by his sincerity. I had an issue with the police department when I stepped onto the edge of a vacant street to avoid dragging my dogs through a water sprinkler. A police officer saw me from a side street, and after yelling at me in a manner that I considered would be appropriate for addressing a fox in a hen house, I was issued a citation. I believed it to be my civic duty to attempt to reduce the flagrant abuse of power and took the issue to the 7-member Citizen Police Committee. There were only 3 of them, but the Chief of Police and 3 of his subordinates were in on the discussion, which I was not permitted to witness. They ruled that the Internal Affairs officer that I disagreed with had done nothing wrong. I believe that the Chief of Police abused his power by taking part in the discussion involving the wrongdoing of one of his subordinates. Also, I believe that at least 4 members of a 7-member committee should be present to make a decision. If I am mayor, you can get a mayor to attend the meeting with you to support truth and fair treatment, and you can expect that there will be more than 3 people representing the committee. One of the first and easiest things that we can do is to change our police mission statement. It is now dedicated to a safe community through professional law enforcement. I believe that this mission statement contributed to a rookie police officer decided that he should yell, "Get off the road" to me. My idea for a new mission statement is work with.
We want to thank Mr. Duckett and Mr. Berkey for being with us here on the Mayor's Table today. And I want to remind each of you who's viewing today that the election is scheduled for Tuesday, March 6th. Absentee voting begins tomorrow, January 30th. And early voting begins on February 14th and continues through Friday, March 2nd. I want to thank you for being with us today on the Mayor's Table and ask you to join us again next Monday when we'll be hearing from the candidates for the District 4 City Council position in the City of Farmington, Patrick Manchester and Janice Giacchino. See you then.